If your mind races at 3 a.m., just replaying conversations, worrying about your health, or questioning your life's purpose, and meditation just feels impossible because you can't sit still for 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how to find genuine inner peace in just 60 seconds. No candles, no hour-long sessions, no silencing the mind. Just one simple practice that stops overthinking before your day even starts. Well, here's how. In this episode, you'll learn the one daily practice that helps you quiet your racing mind, how to let go without going cold, and how you can keep your peace steady even when life feels chaotic. When you practice this for just 60 seconds a day, you'll begin to notice real peace, not fleeting calm, but a steady groundedness that follows you throughout the day. Your breath slows, your thoughts quiet, and your reactions soften. But without this simple daily reset, your mind just keeps spinning faster. Stress builds up. And before long, you start feeling anxiety, and it just starts to become your new normal. So stay with me, because once you start to understand how to do this, you'll really start feeling calm and connected no matter what's happening around you. And I'll also give you something that you can take home and practice yourself today. Hey there, and welcome to Spirits Beside Us. I'm Chris Lippincott, international medium and best-selling author. For 20 years, I've helped spiritual seekers like you gain peace, connect with your guides, and find comfort from loved ones in spirit, without fear or doubt. And today I'm going to share the one daily practice that instantly brings your inner peace, and also helps you to connect with the universe and what lies beyond you. If that's something that interests you, you can get my guided meditation, Feel Calm and Connected, in just 10 minutes from the link that's below in the description. So let me show you what's actually happening when your mind just won't stop racing. You see, it's kind of like a snow globe. When life shakes up, everything starts spinning and whirling around. Thoughts, worries, what ifs. But if you just pause, the flakes start to settle down, and suddenly you can see clearly again. See, that's what this practice is all about, helping the mind settle enough to find peace underneath all of that noise. The peace never left. It was just all covered up by that noise. Can you feel that difference already? That little drop in energy when awareness just starts replacing that swirling mass? To make that peace stick, we need to train the mind just a little bit differently. So affirmations are really the backbone of how we do that. But they only work if you follow 3 simple rules. First, you got to speak them in the present tense. Not, I will be peaceful, but I am peaceful. I'm peaceful now. So your subconscious only understands the now. Second, you've got to infuse them with emotion. The feeling behind the words moves the energy. See, without feeling, they're just basically empty air. And third, daily repetition. You're rewiring your brain, not just flipping a switch. 60 seconds every morning for 21 days literally reshapes your neural pathways. See, you're actually building a habit, and that's how long it takes for the brain to get rewired. Now let's walk through the 3 affirmations that really bring it all to life. See, I learned this first affirmation that taught me how to quiet my racing mind, really from personal experience. See, there were many mornings when I'd wake up and my mind was already sprinting. Actually, it still happens today. But before daylight, I'd suddenly find myself wide awake and just thinking about a cascading series of concerns, everything from emails and deadlines to business demands and to-do lists that were the size of a novel. Kind of like War and Peace, actually more the war side. Sometimes I'd be thinking about things that I should have already done, or maybe what I had to do in the future. See, these raging thoughts, they'd stay with me throughout the morning. But one day I caught myself halfway through my first sip of coffee thinking, hey, wait a second. I teach peace and connection to spirit, but here I am auditioning for a panic commercial. And I began to realize that the problem wasn't my thoughts themselves, because we're conscious human beings, so it's natural to have thoughts, right? It was really that I was just starring in every single one of those thoughts. So if this was a drama, I was really getting caught up in the play, and I was actually becoming the lead actor. So our minds love to chase that next thought in a chain of thoughts. They jump from one thought to the next, trying to keep us safe. But peace totally disappears when we believe that we are those thoughts, rather than just watching them at a distance or being aware of them far away. Awareness is kind of like the sky. Your thoughts are just clouds passing by, right? Sometimes they're stormy, sometimes they're gentle, but you're not the clouds themselves. In fact, you might actually prefer watching the clouds create all kinds of different shapes and just watch them as they go by. Maybe you did that as a kid. And you can also look at these thoughts as a drama unfolding in a theater. Start by imagining yourself in a theater, sitting in the audience, watching the play, instead of acting in the drama on the stage. Be the observer watching the play, not the actor experiencing the drama on the inside. That way, you're no longer having to experience the pain of that drama. Just step outside of the drama. That's awareness, a quiet seat from which you watch the story unfold. And an intentional thing that you can practice when you feel stress coming on is just to think of the word pause. Of course, you're probably going to say, yeah, right, easier said than done. But just get a bunch of sticky notes, plaster them all over the house, write the word pause on them, post them all over the place. And anytime you feel the urge to overreact, you're going to see that reminder and be much more likely to pause. Each time you pause, you actually activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's your body's natural calm switch. It's your rest and digest response. And that's why your breath slows, your shoulders drop, and suddenly you're not stuck inside the drama anymore as the actor in the play. It really helps you become that silent observer. So let's try practicing this first affirmation, okay? Say aloud with me slowly. I am calm. Breathe in. Pause. Now say, I am centered. Feel your spine get straight. Now say, I am grounded. And notice your feet burrowing deep into Mother Earth. Now notice those micro shifts. Maybe slower breath, warmth in your chest, quieter mind. That's not your imagination. That's your body moving out of fight or flight into rest and digest. So your racing mind isn't the enemy. The problem's only when you believe every thought. Peace begins the moment that you remember you're only the one observing. Now, when you take that small little pause, what changes first for you? Your breath? Your body? Maybe your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so now this second affirmation deals with learning how to detach from controlling your world without being uncaring and without getting cold, right? I learned this actually when my son was struggling through a really rough patch. And as a parent, every part of me just wanted to fix it myself so he'd be okay. I thought if I could just do more somehow, maybe he'd be all right. But the tighter I held on, the tighter I tried to control the outcome, the more anxious we both felt. And that's when I learned that peace doesn't come from control. It actually comes from trust that allows you to let go. And I tell you, I had a really hard time letting go of control. And I think sometimes I still do. Because we hear the word detachment and we think that it just kind of means like you got to be cold or distant. But detachment isn't about shutting down. It's actually about freeing up. It means learning to release and allow. Just release the need to control. Allow life to unfold. It's the same philosophy I teach my mediumship students in order to learn to connect with spirit. Trust and surrender. Trust that what is meant for you is going to find you. And surrender the illusion that you have to force it to make it right. Trust that what comes is naturally meant for you and surrender to how it's delivered. When you practice release and allow, your energy stops fighting reality. You shift from resistance to flow, and that's exactly where peace lives. Now picture holding sand in your palm. Clench your fist, and it slips away. Open your hand, and it just rests there gently. That's detachment. Peace settles in an open palm. Now let me know in the comments how that feels. Okay, so let's try this short detachment affirmation. First, inhale slowly through your nose. Feel your chest open and silently say, I welcome peace. Next, exhale through your mouth and let your shoulders drop and your jaw soften. Silently say, I release fear. Now do that again. Inhale slowly through your nose. Feel your chest open. Silently say, I welcome peace. Exhale slowly through your mouth and silently say, I release fear. That longer exhale signals to your nervous system, I'm safe now. And you can care deeply and still be peaceful. See, peace doesn't come from turning off your heart. It comes from loosening your grip. So that's one thing in your life right now that you can focus on. So what is it that you think you're gripping on too tightly? What do you think what's going to happen if you just soften that hold just a little bit? Let me know in the comments. And you see, if that idea of release and allow resonates with you, and you want a step-by-step way to find inner peace and strengthen your connection with spirit, then you can download my free guided meditation, Feel Calm and Connected, in just 10 minutes. And it's really helped thousands of people calm their minds and feel that loving presence around them again. And you'll find that link in the description or in the show notes, and you can really start feeling that shift today. So let's go to the third affirmation, because it was this third affirmation that really taught me how to stay peaceful during the chaos that was always surrounding me. It's kind of inevitable, right? Especially in this day and age. I used to think that peace was a reward for getting life less chaotic. You know, that thought that once things settle down, then I'll just relax. But life doesn't really settle, does it? There's always just another wave and another one, kind of like the ocean. And one day in meditation, I heard a soft reminder that something that kind of went along the effect of, you don't have to find the peace after the storm. You find it inside the storm. Sort of like finding the eye of the hurricane. That line changed everything for me. See, when life feels chaotic, we assume something's gone wrong. We say, oh, once this is over, then I'll breathe. But peace isn't waiting on the other side of your problems. It's actually sitting right next to you. It's a decision you make in the middle of the mess, right in the here and now. And remember, you live your life in the now, not in the past, not in the future, the now. See, a lot of people carry a secret belief that they don't deserve peace yet. They think, well, I haven't healed enough yet, I haven't accomplished enough, or I haven't forgiven others enough. But peace isn't something that you earn. It's actually your birthright. You've automatically got it. You are already worthy of love and peace. And in fact, every time I connect with loved ones in spirit, the same message comes through. You are loved exactly as you are. That love is not conditional. It's constant. And when you remember that, peace stops feeling temporary. It becomes who you are. Always remember that you are loved unconditionally for just being you, exactly as you are right now. You've always been perfect, even before you came to this earth. And you're always going to be loved no matter what. And the more that we fight what's happening, the more we actually suffer. So that true calm It comes from gentle acceptance, not apathy, just presence. I kind of call it the I don't mind what happens type of mindset. Doesn't mean you stop caring. It just means that you trust yourself enough to stay peaceful no matter what's going on, no matter what unfolds. So let's breathe that truth in and practice this short affirmation. Here's another one. So now inhale gently through your nose and gently say, I am worthy. Exhale slowly through your mouth and silently say, of love and peace. Inhale, I am worthy. Exhale, of love and peace. Let your chest rise, soften, and feel the truth of everything settling in. Because each time you breathe those words, you're teaching your body what your soul already knows. You're safe. You're loved. And peace lives right here. Peace doesn't wait for calm conditions. It creates them. It's not the absence of problems. It's actually your response to them. You already have everything you need for inner peace right now. See, when life starts spinning, what could remind you that peace is still there underneath it all? Maybe it's your breath. Maybe a quiet word or a candle on the counter. Whatever brings you back to that steady flame within. Just focus on peace. Okay, now let's talk about how you can supercharge those affirmations that we were just doing. How are you going to turn them from just nice words into real energy that shifts your day? Well, they really fall into 5 categories. First off, there's believability. You've got to remember that every affirmation has to be believable to carry its full effective weight. Because if an affirmation feels false, it's not going to stick. Your subconscious will quietly reject it, kind of like bad spam mail. I don't know. Use a bridge statement. So instead of forcing, I love my body, say, I'm learning to appreciate my body more each day. Or you can also say something like, every day in every way, I get better and better and better. That small tweak makes it believable. As your confidence grows, your affirmation starts to grow with you. If I am peaceful feels too far away right now, try I am learning to find peace more easily each day. And that simple honesty opens the door to change. Okay, number 2, visualization. Don't just say the words or rattle them off and kind of like a list. Actually see them in your mind. Picture yourself calm. Picture yourself in that state. And feel your breath slow, your shoulders drop, and hear the tone of your voice when you speak kindly to yourself. When you engage all of your senses, your brain just kind of fires as if it's actually happening. That's how you start to become the affirmation. Now close your eyes for a second and imagine what calm looks like for you. Maybe soft light through a window or warm air on your face. That easy rhythm of just breathing. That's not just pretend. That's your nervous system remembering what it feels like to be home. All right, number 3, values alignment. Affirmations really work best when they match your truth. If your words contradict your core values, your beliefs, your energy splits. That's why I am worthy of love and peace feels so right. It echoes something that already is known inside you. When your affirmations harmonize with your spiritual knowing, they stop feeling like effort and they start feeling more like remembrance. And number 4, action reinforcement. Here's the big one. Words without action just stall out. You can't say, I am peaceful, while doom scrolling on the phone. Your subconscious knows better. So take one small action that matches the energy of peace. Maybe 5 minutes of silence before you check your phone. That tiny act tells your whole system, we mean this. This is real now. Peace becomes behavior, not just language. And for me, that action looks like one deep breath before I even open my phone in the morning. That single moment sets the tone for everything that follows. And 5, gratitude and detachment. Here's a sweet spot. Say your affirmation as though it's already true. Feel gratitude for it. Maybe have a gratitude journal. And then just let it go. When you cling, why isn't here yet? You signal lack. When you thank it and release it, you signal trust. That's the rhythm of all spiritual growth. Trust and surrender. And gratitude holds peace steady. Detachment just keeps it pure. So here's your 60-second morning practice again. Say all 3 affirmations with emotion. Visualize yourself living them. And take one small action toward peace today. And that's how you rewire your mind and you turn peace into your default setting. And you see, when you make peace your daily practice, something powerful happens. Your awareness expands. The noise quiets and your energy just softens. And you start to notice these subtle nudges that you might have missed before. Those gentle whispers from your guides, you're going to start to pick them up. And that's when your spirit guides can finally start to reach you, because now you're calm enough to hear them. So if you're ready to take the next step, really ready to find your inner peace and strengthen your connection with spirit, you can download my free guided meditation, Feel Calm and Connected, in just 10 minutes. It's going to help you really calm your mind and feel that loving presence that's all around you, all over again. And you'll find that link in the description or the show notes. But you can start feeling that shift today. Now, if this resonated with you, follow me on both platforms. I'm on Spotify and YouTube, and I'm posting new episodes every single week. So wherever you listen or you watch, remember that you don't have to do this alone. So just keep raising your vibration and your spiritual awareness. Love and light. This is Chris.